take us back to the time that you felt you had no purpose in life. And what was that like for you? And what happened at that church service in 2011 that changed everything?
Yeah, it was devastating. I mean, football was my everything. And so I always tell people, just imagine losing your everything. At that point, I felt like I had nothing to live for. Two situations changed my life: the birth of my son, and one of my best friends committed suicide. In that moment, I made a promise to Anthony that I would live the rest of my life in my purpose. And my purpose was real to me my whole entire life, but I was so focused on what I wanted to do, I was blind to what God called me to do. It was at church service that my friend asked me to speak at. I'm an introverted person. I didn't want to speak. I tried to find all the ways out of it, had stage fright. And in that moment, I felt peace in the midst of all these uncertain things. And I knew, talking to these 5,000 kids, which seemed like 20,000, that this is what I was meant to do. So right after I made the decision to pursue what I do today.
Wow. That's amazing. And Trent, you talk about some of life's biggest challenges in your book, straight up. One section talks about past hurts and excuses. Why was it important to include that? And how would you encourage others to move forward from their past mistakes?
Yeah, I mean, you will never win your war by running from your battle. So you have to face it. If you never face it, you'll never fix it. And it's only a mistake when you don't learn from it. I always say failure is feedback. And so the things that we went through, the things that we've been through really qualifies us to help other people get through it. So use it. Use it for your power. What's meant to break you, like the world puts on you, is really meant to build you. So I just realized that everything I've been through was an experience, not just for myself, but also to help other people get through their situations in life. So your purpose is not just for you. It's actually for other people.
Oh, I love that. That's so good.
Failure is feedback. I love that.
Failure is feedback.
Oh my gosh,
that's
so
a tweetable moment. I love that.
Hashtag.
Yes. And Trent, in your book, The Greatest You cover numerous topics, including finding purpose, forgiveness, and working on relationships. And you also talk about what you call the champion mindset. Could you explain what that is and give us one or two steps that you highlight about that?
Absolutely. The champion mindset is just winning your championships in life, whether that's a sports championship for athletes or just whatever it is, your dream, your goal, the pinnacle of what God has called you to do. And I always tell people it's 5 traits, but one of the biggest traits is consistency. You know, a lot of people say I have a consistency problem. I always tell people, no, you're very consistent. You're consistent at doing things that probably you hate to do every single day. It's just that you don't understand how much it's cost you not to be consistent to the thing that you love. And the second part of that mindset is faith. And I always say, you know, faith is believing the odds are beatable, even when the odds say it's impossible. I mean, we're all human beings of faith, knowing that something is going to take place or happen that we can't see yet. And faith is in your feet. So I always tell champions, hey, you got to walk it out. You got to trust that God is guiding you somewhere. Even if you don't understand the path that he has you on, you got to trust in his plan and his promises. So it's a big part of winning your championships in life.
Yeah, and so much of it is just showing up. You know, because God's going to meet you there. Just show up.
Yes.
All right, Trent, you turned your pain into purpose by creating Rehab Time. What is the purpose of Rehab Time, and how has it helped you and is helping others?
Yeah, Rehab Time is simply this. It's putting a strength into a weakness. We all have something inside of us, whether it's a silent battle that we all have, something we all face, but we have something that we can better, something that we can strengthen. You know, maybe it's a health thing, maybe it's a habit thing in your life. And so I always say, man, what's that thing that you can make stronger? And actually, I'm going through a rehab process. I just tore my Achilles. And so I'm reminding myself doing this physical rehab that I'm going to come back stronger as long as I trust the process and as long as I have patience in the process. And so that's what Rehab Time is about, whether that's addiction, whether that's bouncing back from a relationship or job. It's about using those things that were meant to work against you, using those things for your good.
So good.
I love that. And Trent, what advice would you give someone dealing with defeat and who really just feels like, I just want to give up right now?
Yeah, your life isn't over. You know, that situation that happened in your life is not the end of your life. Just because that dream is over, that sport is over, that relationship is over, doesn't mean your life is over. God has a plan that's way bigger than what you lost. God has a plan of way bigger than what has set you back. And you got to believe that God will give you back better than what you lost. So you have to be able to operate every single day by not quitting, by not giving up, and trust that you will meet the greatest version of yourself. Trust that that purpose that you pray for will be revealed to you, but you got to keep walking forward and you can't stay stagnant in your life.
I love it.
Trust that you will meet the greatest version of yourself. Just keep moving forward.
Yes.
Trent, you gave us so much to think about and pray about, and we pray in blessings over you and your healing, a quick healing.
Yes.
We know healing can be a process, but Lord, do a quick work for Trent in Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name.
God bless you. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Trent.
And you can get Trent's book, Straight Talk and The Greatest You, wherever books are sold. You can also catch the prayer link this evening at 6:30 Eastern on the CBN News Channel. You can also find it on the CBN News app.